Assalamu alaikum ji. We are going to continue with the Excel series of video lectures or tutorials. So let's open up the functions and definitions. Um, in this particular series or in this particular video, I'm going to talk about a couple of functions, which is going to be average, maximum, and minimum. Okay, so let's open up another sheet and let's create some sample data. So let's say I have these numbers and I want to calculate the average of all these numbers. So in order to calculate the average, the function is that you start off with an equals to sign and you type in average, and this has to be the full form. You cannot use a short form of the average like AVG. So once you write down the average, you open up a bracket, and now the requirement for this function pops up, in which you are to specify the numbers. Now this can be specific cells. So you can hold down the control button and you can type in, or you can select different cells and then press enter to find out the average of all these numbers. The second way of doing or having to calculate the average is to select the whole range starting from B3 ending at B7. So whatever the contents or the values are going to be in these particular cells, they are going to be averaged out. So once you close the bracket and you press enter, the average is calculated. So this function is applied whenever you want to calculate the average of a series of numbers. Moving on to the function of maximum and minimum. So maximum and minimum is basically when you want to find out the maximum value in a particular range, or for the minimum, you want to calculate the minimum value which exists within a range. For maximum, we're going to use equals to max, and you open up the bracket. Just like average, you're to specify the numbers separated by a comma, or you can also specify a particular range. So when I select B3 to B7, it will try to calculate or try to extract the maximum value in this particular range, which is actually the number 5. So when I press enter, we get the answer as 5. Just like maximum, if we are to calculate or extract the minimum value in this particular range, the function for minimum is going to be equals to min. So that's for the minimum. When you open up the bracket, you are to specify the reference cells. So it can be specific cells. By holding down control, I can choose specific cells. And when I press enter, it will take out the minimum value exists within this particular cell references or range. So when I press enter, the answer comes out to be 1. It can be done in the form of a range. And for that, we're going to do equals to minimum, which is min, bracket open, and you can select the whole range starting from B3 to B7. And when you press enter, it will take out the minimum value from this particular range. I hope all of these three functions are clear. So I will see you in the next series of videos for Excel. Thank you.